bit of a sloppy track here at Soldier Field. Still getting some of the wraparound rain bands of a low-pressure system that's hovered over Chicago the last couple of days. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Indianapolis Colts and the Chicago Bears. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
First carry for Josh Jacobs. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
Carrier.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
Hey, check Mike 57, Mike 57. I'm trying to collect.
From the 29, Cousins. And now he'll tuck it and run. All in all, no gain on the play, and it'll bring up 3rd.
Well, there was pressure all around him, so the only play was to try and get out of there. I think it was an excellent effort by him just to get back to the line of scrimmage.
This defense looking for an early stop. This is 3rd down and 6. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. He'll get this underneath to Jacobs. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield.
Josh Jacobs.
Great way to convert on 3rd down there. 21 yards the play.
1st down, Colts.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. Give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Gun.
Throwing, Cousins. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49.
Back at the 49.
Time to give a little credit here. That was an excellent read by the guys on the defensive side of the ball.
You're crediting your defense.
Got to credit them on that one because they tried to fool him, right? Tried to trick him. Ran a screen, and they went to it and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
On 3rd down, Cousins. And he's able to hook up with Michael Gallup. And he is going to have a Colts 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. A gain of 11 that time and a Colts 1st down. They'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. Quick throw, and it's caught by Gallup.
Complete.
A gain of 6 there on 1st. That was a lightning-fast decision that time. He just caught it and got rid of it.
Because he saw his guy was going to be open immediately. So he took the R, the run, out of the play. He took the O, the option, out of the play, and immediately got to the pass.
On second down, here's a keeper by the QB. Cousins gets this one out wide quickly. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 12 yards there and a first down. Zero hesitation that time. That was get ball, throw ball.
Yeah, it turned into a smoke route. If you see the coverage off the receiver, doesn't matter whether you call it a run or not. Just take the ball, get it out to him.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. How about this? They'll try the option, left side. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Kirk Cousins, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Colts take it right down and score on the opening drive.
Extra point.
A long opening drive and a very successful opening drive. We call that methodical, I guess, when it takes that many plays.
Methodical and almost like a boxing match where you're hitting them with body blows. They can withstand them here. Look, they gave up the touchdown, but you don't feel like a knockout is there. But they keep doing that in the 4th quarter. That's when the knockout occurs.
And it becomes tough for that defense if they're on the field that long. We'll see if they can continue that in future drives.
At their own 25-yard line.
Here we go. Right there. 54. Right there. Right there. 54.
18 Cardinal. 18 Cardinal.
Slam. Slam. Slam.
Now movement already. So a flag down here on our very first play. And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5.
Got it. Ready?
54 is Mike. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Check, 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 check. Mike's by 4. Mike's by 4. Mike's by 4.
Out of the gun, Herbert. He's got his 6'5" receiver. That's Tim Patrick. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 16 yards is the pickup there, and a first down for Chicago.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
60 Bison. 60 Bison. 54. 70 Lions.
You got tape. You got tape. You got tape.
Here's Ronald Jones, first carry for the USC man. And he puts his head down and gets up to the 42 for a gain of about 6.
Brought down at the 42-yard line.
If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're hoping to do it consistently here. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Let me know right now. You better fix the Eagle. Fix the Eagle.
Check 50. Check 50.
From the gun, Huntley. And he rifles one incomplete. Jacob Hollister, the one he was looking for. And it's 3rd and 4. And that one going to be off target and incomplete. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. From the shotgun, here's Herbert. This into the hands of his running back, Ronald Jones. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield.
That's good.
It goes as a gain of 8 and moves the chains.
1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
24 is the mic.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
Jayon Buchanan made the
Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 50-yard line.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Score, Colts 7, Bears nothing.
Here's 2nd and 10.
24 is the mic. Me and you all day. All day. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
From the 50, here's Herbert. Buying time to his left. He'll get this one to Patrick. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts 35. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains.
1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the shotgun, a give to Jones. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. 10 more there and another first down.
Well, they're getting ready to go to work now in prime real estate after that last run. Found his spot and picked up nice yardage, didn't he?
And now he's got him knocking on the door of the red zone.
Mike 54.
Watch the eye.
Watch twist, watch twist, watch twist. Twist, 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 twist. Come 19, come 19.
On first down, Justin Herbert. That's caught by Howard. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
You don't always expect tight ends to be big in terms of run after the catch, but after that play, he joins a growing band of players that's putting that stereotype right on its ear.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Here's Jones. And he'll get about 3 just outside the 10, stopped at the 11.
He was brought down by...
There's not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
24 is the mic.
Throwing quickly, and Herbert completes it. No gain that time on the completion, and it'll be 3rd down.
That was impressive to me because while it was a pass play, they still rallied to the football like they were filling running lanes, and they were able to put the receiver on the ground.
And for the Colts, an extra defensive back in there now on 3rd down.
You better be ready. Don't be scared of it.
A shotgun snap for Herbert. The Colts D sticking to their assignments, and that brings up 4th.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
A 28-yard attempt.
Rosas' kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So a dozen plays on that drive, CD, but in the end, it yields just the 3 points.
Well, they were able to keep the defense on the field for a long time, but let's be honest about it. That was about as unsatisfying a drive as you're going to get. 12 plays and you only get 3 points out of it. Not quite the ending they were looking for.
Their own 25-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They had the touchdown on the opening drive of the ball game. It was countered by just a field goal. So, hey, if your guys can do that for 4 quarters, you're in good shape.
Yeah, it is a team game, so that's just good complimentary football. But, you know, I know I'm no brainiac, but you trade 6s for 3s, things are going to work out in your favor.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 28-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Here's Jacobs from the gun. This will go for 5 up to the 33.
To Josh Jacobs.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Working out of the gun, Cousins. He's going to find Gallup here complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Good yardage there for the Colts. 18 and a first down.
On the play.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
Off the play fake, Cousins. Got his man there complete to Gallup. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Michael Gallup, his first touchdown on the year. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage. Vinatieri now to tack on the PAT. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game.
Makes the score Colts 14, Bears 3.
And here's Vinatieri now to kick it away after the touchdown. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
But one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness, maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature, to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 11 yards there, just like last play.
1st and 10 at the 47.
On 1st and 10, Herbert. And he will find Ridley. That's complete. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
Bears.
As a passer, you're always trying to find that open window to throw the ball downfield. How about this one? Right in the middle of the field, right in the heart of a defense.
And he'll be brought down by the Colts. Chase Young in there to record the second sack of his young NFL career.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Herbert. And that is incomplete. More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And the Colts are going to take over, albeit deep in their own territory. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
Number 28, Mike is coming.
From From the gun, here's Cousins. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. Cousins to throw it. Dancing to his left. He's going to take off with it. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the 1st down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Four receivers to keep tabs on here. 3 of them to the right side on 2nd and 5. Now Cousins. Got a man and he hits him in stride. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. Now the Colts going to burn the 2nd of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. Cousins now. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Defense was expecting run, and they're dealt a pass of over 15 yards. Cousins on 1st down. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
1st and goal at the 4-yard line.
They scored touchdowns on drives 1 and 2, and now they're trying to make it a perfect 3 for 3 to start. They just do get the playoff. Now Cousins. And that is caught. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Robert Woods in the final seconds of the first half. And the Colts add on to their lead. So simple math here in the first half. They've had 3 drives offensively, and they have scored every time, and they've got the lead.
Well, whenever we talk about adjustments, we usually talk about an offense making adjustments, right? This is all about the defense. They've got to figure out some way, somehow to slow them down. Do they blitz a little bit more? Do they play more zone coverage? Right now, they don't know where to go because they're hitting them in every direction.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense.
54's Mike.
On first down, it's Herbert. Open man is Howard, the tight end. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
Now that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on first down, hitting the tight end there. Now it brings up a second and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone.
Check 26, check 26.
Panther 60, Panther 60.
Running the jet sweep with Ridley. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Well, we've seen running backs in today's NFL get involved in the passing game. Maybe it's about time more receivers like that get involved in the running game.
And that is something we are seeing more and more. That wasn't the biggest of gains, but it was enough to get them a first down. And it continues to test the defense. They have to think on every play about who might end up with the ball.
Well, here's a first down throw that's complete. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Right there.
And they'll try to run the option here. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up third down.
I know they'd love to take some heat off of that young quarterback, but so far, not much in the running game, and this won't help things either. A loss on that play.
You can't block me. You can't block me.
Going to throw on third down with Herbert. And that will be incomplete.
Well, this is just a continuation of what we saw in the first half. So much for the fresh start to begin the third quarter. Still off-target throws, no rhythm throwing the football, and obviously no touchdown scored in this game.
Now here's Michael Dixon as he'll punt it away for the second time. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And this one goes angling out of bounds, and it will be spotted inside the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They are just putting things together so well here, drive after drive. They really have captured the momentum, haven't they?
They've taken momentum and pretty much not just give them a jersey, but a seat on the bench as well. Whatever do you need, you've got it, because the way they're stringing things together and creating that distance between them and their opponent is really hard to narrow that gap. And the other part is they're taking their spirit away from them, too.
Yeah, now they're just looking to add to that total. Once again, it's Jacobs. And the hole closes quickly. He gets it across the 35 to the 36-yard line. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a third and about 4 for a first.
And it's third down.
From the shotgun, it's Cousins. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And he'll get this down to the 39-yard line.
To Demir Bird.
Excellent play there on third down. Give him 25 yards.
First down.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. They will run out of the gun with Jacobs. And he'll get 4 here down to the 35-yard line.
The ball carrier.
In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
From the 35 on 2nd down, Cousins. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
They need to get to the 29 if they want to pick up a first here on 3rd down.
Here we go. Shit. Watch the shit.
Here's Cousins. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. Frank Clark finding his way home to get the sack. And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Man, that's just so difficult for them, because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You talk about guys, if they weren't playing football, they'd be starring in the NBA at power forward. It's a really difficult task.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
I'm glad you're with us from Soldier Field in Chicago. 3rd quarter here, 2nd and 10. Now Jones. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
He was taken
Okay, he didn't break that one all the way, but you got to know that he feels like he's right on the verge, and that's probably exactly what he's telling them in the huddle right now.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll go again to Jones. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. At 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue. Well, they gave themselves options there on the 3rd down play and were able to convert on that RPO.
Shows a lot of trust with the guy taking the snap, doesn't it? Because you're counting on him to make the right reads and give the ball where it's supposed to go. And he did on that play.
Herbert on 1st down now. And he's got this one complete to Callaway. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes and they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air, and sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Herbert off of play action. Airing it out, looking for Ridley. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. The intended target was Calvin Ridley, and it's 3rd and short.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
The Bears on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 2. Out of the gun, Herbert is going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45.
For a Chicago Bears.
8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
First
down from Colts territory. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Come on, baby.
Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. And he's got room. The 20. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. That one good for 37 yards. That was excellent from start to finish, from the blocking to the running, just well executed.
And now let's look ahead, because after that, how about a little play action, maybe a little bootleg, and get the quarterback out on the corner and give him a little run-pass option.
And they're right down here looking for 6. Being chased out left to the goal line, but it's incomplete. What we just saw there, that's really been a common theme all afternoon.
A lot of pressure. That forced the errant pass. He's been under duress this entire afternoon. He just had to unload that one. He's fortunate it was just incomplete and not intercepted.
Nothing on first down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line. 2nd and goal.
24 is the mic. All day, dog. Share.
60 Bison, 60 Bison.
This is Jones. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
It's now 3rd and goal.
On 3rd and goal, they're going to run the option. Here's a quick throw out left. It's complete. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down. The field goal doesn't help. They're going to go for the 6 here on 4th and goal.
Tight ends on the Ringo. Hey, we got 3 down.
They snap it to Herbert. And this is incomplete. They can't hook up here on the 4th down pass attempt. And the Colts are going to take over with a football. And they've now made 2 trips to the red zone and still looking for their first touchdown.
Not able to punch it in, and if you're on defense, your confidence is sky high. Because mentally, you're saying, hey, you're in the red zone. We're thinking we're giving up 3. We just want to give up 6. In this case, they end up not giving up the touchdown at all. They've got to feel great about what they got done.
7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
Well, I don't think there's any question, Brandon, at this stage, the stop troops, the defensive guys, they got to use their 3 timeouts here. They've got to stop them and get the ball back.
Yeah, if you're in that 2 to 3 score deficit window that they're in now, you got to get it ASAP.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Stop them, use your timeouts. Easier to move the ball on offense without timeout.
Through an opening, and there he goes. And they do finally get him, but he takes it to the 25.
A
huge play there on the screen pass. 58 yards. So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he's going to take this one down to about the 23-yard line. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter.
23-yard line.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Throwing, Cousins. He'll get this underneath to Jacobs. It's an 8-yard pickup, and that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard.
I came to my feet on that one. I thought he was getting close to breaking that one big, but in the end, give some credit to the defense, finding a way to get to him and forcing a 3rd down.
Check 55, Mike.
Try to run for it with Jacobs. And he'll have the first down, getting this one to the 14-yard line.
Taken down at the 14-yard
Call it a 1-yard gain on the play, and it'll move the chains.
First down, Colts.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. On first down, they go with Jacobs again. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ballgame. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They run it with Jacobs. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left. Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on 3rd down.
He's crashing. He's checking crash.
To throw, Cousins. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And they do finally get him, but he takes it to the 25.
Good.
It's a big-time play there for the Bears. And even 50 yards. Exactly 50 yards on that last play as they just go from 125 to the other for 1st and 10. His throw caught right around the 6. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Calvin Ridley, his first touchdown on the year. And the Bears cut into that lead. Now the Bears keeping the offense on the field and going for 2. They get this out left, and he will get into the end zone, but there is a flag down. This one may be coming back. That hold coming from the left side of the line.
Hands got caught in the cookie jar on that one, and the flag came out. Penalty against him.
Aldrich Rosas on for the extra point. And this is up and good. That'll make it a score now of 24-10.
Makes the score Colts 24. Bears 10.
So 2 scores down. Time definitely not an ally, but here comes the onside kick. And this is going to be taken in by the Colts. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. On first down, Jacobs. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. 10 yards is the pickup there, and that should just about put a bow on this one.
Indianapolis.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33.
It's our time, guys. Our time. Let's get off the field. Let's get off the field.
Here's Jacobs. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college, and we have it in the NFL. The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee, and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
The Bears bring out an extra defender in the secondary now for third down.
Mike 28. Mike 28.
To throw is Cousins. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Something we haven't really seen much of from him, an incomplete pass.
Yeah, last week he finished at 70%. This week he's up over 80%. I don't know how you slow him down. Pass rush is usually the best way, because a quarterback on his back usually can't complete a pass.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on fourth. They go with Jacobs. And he will have a first down at about the 21-yard line. Now the Colts will use their third and final timeout.
And a Colts.
It'll be their third and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. Throwing here, Cousins. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. A 14-yard gain there as they look to improve this 14-point lead. Quite the turnaround from a week ago where he threw 4 interceptions. He hasn't had an interception this game, and he told us during the week, my goal, goose egg. He's achieving that so far.
And what we're seeing is a guy that you can win with, all right? Because anyone who can make that type of an adjustment to shake off a really horrendous week the week before and come back and play mistake-free football to this point, yeah, that's a guy I want to play with, that's for sure.
3-yard line. A gain of 5.
So this one winds up in Indianapolis victory.